A woman paid a fortune to attend an exclusive dinner party, only to discover the guests were meant to be the meal. The head chef announced that since women's meat was more tender, they would be served first. However, he offered a deal. If any man was willing to step forward and sacrifice himself, the women might be spared. The moment those words left his lips, every man in the room bolted for the exits, abandoning their female companions without a second thought. The chef watched this pathetic display with amusement and gave them exactly 30 seconds to run. Within 5 minutes, security had dragged everyone back to the dining room. Just when despair seemed to consume everyone, the chef approached Matt and asked why he'd brought Amy as his date. Matt coldly admitted he'd known all along this would be a death dinner, so he'd broken up with his girlfriend beforehand and brought Amy as his sacrificial lamb instead. Amy flew into a rage and began pummeling Matt with her fists. Surprisingly, the chef was impressed by Matt's cunning and offered him a chance at survival. Prepare one dish for the guests, and he could live. Matt confidently showcased his culinary skills, completing an exquisite dish in just 30 seconds. After tasting it, the chef nodded approvingly and whispered something in Matt's ear. Matt instantly broke down, tears streaming down his face like pearls, then tore off his apron and rushed toward the kitchen. Seeing an opportunity, Amy approached the chef and claimed she didn't belong there, pleading to be released. The chef, seemingly in good spirits, gave her a task: retrieve a missing ingredient container. Amy knew this was her only shot at escape. She snuck into the chef's room, searching for communication equipment to call for help. The moment she opened the door, Lily appeared wielding a blade, slowly advancing toward her. Jealous that Amy had gained the chef's trust, Lily had decided to eliminate this threat. The two women struggled violently in the cramped space. Amy managed to knock the weapon from Lily's hands, grabbed a heavy object, and struck her down, successfully turning the tables. She took Lily's keys and entered the chef's private quarters. Fortunately, Amy discovered a radio, then casually returned the container to the dining room as if nothing had happened. Suddenly, a ship's horn echoed from the harbor. Everyone's spirits soared with hope. The chef's expression darkened as staff quickly tidied up the guests' appearances. He warned that whoever dared speak first to ask for help would be the first to die. Coast Guard officers entered the restaurant asking who had made the distress call, but everyone hesitated to speak. As the officer scanned the room, he suddenly spotted his favorite actor and excitedly asked for an autograph. The clever actor wrote a cry for help on the paper instead of his signature. The officer's face went pale as he read it, quickly drew his weapon, and ordered everyone to put their hands up. Just when rescue seemed certain and guests began pointing fingers at the chef's crimes, the officer did something unexpected. He aimed his gun at the candle in front of Amy and pulled the trigger, lighting it. Everyone was thunderstruck. The Coast Guard officer was working with the chef too. He smiled as he put away his lighter, hoping everyone had enjoyed the performance. The radio in the room had been nothing more than Amy's final test.